As requested, I've put together a summer series to help you with parenting tips and tricks for the summer. Welcome to Nurturing Youth Counseling. I'm Colette, a licensed professional counselor, partnering with you in your child's social and emotional development. I answer questions about children's mental health and provide skills that I've learned while in private practice and with my own children. Come journey along with me on this roller coaster ride of life that we call parenting. Tip number 2 is the surprise bucket. My kids absolutely love this. So let me show you what it looks like. Okay, very simple. Just a simple bucket, plastic. You can get like a bowl container, nothing special. But what I've done is I have put in paper with things written on it that they draw out. And they get to do this over the course of the day. Now, the goal is not to get through the whole bucket. You can decide what you want to put in the bucket. I put fun things in there for them to do cooperatively because that's a skill that my kids are working on right now is cooperative play. We have the whole summer sibling not getting along thing. And so I have found a way to kind of get them to cooperate and work together in a fun way. And it cuts down a lot on the sibling rivalry and sibling disagreements and not getting along. So in here, I have fun things to do, but I also have a few skills I mix in of things I want them to practice. So for example, the younger one does not know how to tie his shoes. Older one does. So when they draw the paper out and it says, practice tying your shoe, the older one gets to be the leader and teach the younger one how to do it. And the younger one gets to learn a new skill in a fun way rather than from mom and dad. So that's one of the skills I want them to work on. So that is not as fun, but they have fun doing it together. Other things that they have in here is dance party. We like to play different genres of music and they dance around the living room. One is going outside and riding your bike around. Again, they have to do that cooperatively. They can't be unsupervised, stuff like that. So we always consider safety. But you got to put in what works for you and what you're willing to manage and do. Another one is create something. So my kids are really into creating things. And so I try not to be too specific on the paper so that they have the option to be as creative as possible. Sometimes when it says create something, they get out Legos and build a castle. Yesterday, they built a fort. Another day, they decided they wanted to do some baking in their creating, so they baked cookies. So it really gives them an idea, but if they grow it and make it their own, that's even better. They're still working on the skills I want them to, which is to do something together without arguing too much. And I don't always have to supervise and lead them through the activity. They're more independent in that way. Raw. And again, I don't want to be specific because I want to give them the opportunity to come up with something creative. So one time they decided to draw a giant together. Another time they drew a treasure map. One time they took it to me and we can go outside and draw with the chalk, which was completely fine. Another one I have in here is a skill I want them to practice. So reading a book out loud together. The youngest can't really read, but they know some of the books well enough that they have it memorized. So they like to be able to read along with older brother. And then this one I have down is game. And again, I didn't want to be too specific because I wanted them to come up with it. So one time they decided that it was a game of hide and seek. Another time they decided it was a game of tag. Yesterday they decided it was a board game. And so that really kind of gets them going in terms of being self-independent and creative and really helps to fill out the day sometimes. But you can pick different activities that would work for your child, or even sit down and have them come up with some as well and create their own bucket. The extra fun comes from not knowing what you're going to pull. And you have to complete the activity before you can pull out another one. So that always adds an element of surprise and fun. I hope that tip number 2 was helpful for you. Have fun and make it your own. Definitely feel free to leave comments below about what works for you. Or any frustrations that pop up would be good to know too. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, remember to breathe and enjoy this roller coaster ride of life that we call parenting.